From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte. U.S. President Donald Trump says it doesn't matter that the Supreme Court struck down his far-reaching global tariffs. Trump says his administration has very powerful alternatives, noting he'll impose a global 10% tariff as an alternative. The new tariffs are expected to be passed under a U.S. law that restricts them to 150 days unless an extension is approved by Congress. The U.S. Supreme Court decision doesn't affect all duties on Canadian goods heading south of the border. In fact, Macmillan LLP international trade partner William Pellerin says most Canadian exporters won't see a difference at all. That's because most exports compliant with the Canada-U.S.-Mexico Agreement on Trade, or CUSMA, were deemed exempt from the IEEPA tariffs. The Canada Revenue Agency says taxpayers should have an easier time doing their taxes this year.
It comes 1 year after the CRA faced criticism for long wait times and, in some cases, bad advice from representatives. The agency says it has streamlined its website, hired more call center workers, and revised standards for accuracy after its service improvement overhaul last fall. Most of the updates for this year center around the MyCRA account. For example, taxpayers will be able to manage their balance or amount owed on their online account and set up a payment plan without speaking with a collections agent. David Bowles, The Canadian Press.
Alberta Premier Danielle Smith is defending a number of fall referendum questions aimed at immigration reform. Smith says not every newcomer is a net contributor to provincial coffers, noting the pace of newcomers arriving in Alberta needs to match the supply of homes, schools, and hospitals. Dr. Joss Reimer has been named Canada's new Chief Public Health Officer. She'll step in as the country's top doctor nearly a year after the retirement of Dr. Theresa Tam, who became a household name during the COVID-19 pandemic for her near-daily updates.
Dr. Joss Reimer's appointment was announced today. She has a master's degree in public health and is the former president of the Canadian Medical Association. During the pandemic, she was the chief medical officer for Winnipeg's Health Authority and the lead for Manitoba's COVID-19 vaccine task force. She takes over as top doctor at a time when the country's been grappling with an outbreak that caused Canada to lose its measles elimination status. Dr. Reimer will begin a 3-year term as Canada's Chief Public Health Officer in April. Sarah Ritchie, The Canadian Press, Ottawa.
And authorities investigating a deadly avalanche in California's Sierra Nevada this week will look at whether criminal negligence played a role in the tragedy. That's according to a sheriff's office leading one of several investigations into the case. This as search teams today were hoping to make progress in recovering the bodies of the 8 people confirmed dead and a 9th person missing and presumed dead. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Canadian men's hockey team has advanced to the semifinals at the Milan Cortina Olympics after beating Finland 3-2. Connor McDavid called the win a slow grind while crediting the Canadian team with slowly but surely finding a path to victory. Calgary freestyle skier Brendan McKay won a bronze medal in the men's halfpipe today. Canadian speed skater Valerie Malte won bronze in the women's 1,500 meters. It was the 3rd long track medal at these games for Malte. A disappointing end to the short track speed skating events for Canada as Canadian athletes failed to reach the podium in both the men's 5,000 meters relay and the women's 1,500 meters event. And Dominique Grimes is retiring after 8 CFL seasons. The veteran American receiver confirmed his retirement to the Canadian Press today. He became a free agent on February 10th after playing last season with the Calgary Stampeders. From the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.